Oh my, it's almost July, and I'm finally starting to finish getting the plants all out. We've got a cool night finally after all this 100 degrees. We're here in Middle Tennessee. Oops, excuse me. Please excuse the camera. I only have my phone. This year has been a rough year so far because I listened to everybody online last year about using my grass clippings around my plants. And I had 3.5 foot weeds by the spring. And even if I pulled them up, I had about 2 inches of roots I would have to dig out. So I'm in the process of putting cardboard and pallets down, and then everything had to go out in buckets. So these are the watermelon. I've got baby watermelons so far. I'll show more later. But I've got Chinese noodle beans right here. I think it's having a hard time focusing. I about lost all my light, but I wanted to show you all the little twinkles. And then over here, I've got tomatoes and pole beans on the trellis and more lights. And then here is all of the weeds that I haven't pulled up yet. Craziness. And then over here is a 5 foot by probably 12 foot section that I have pulled up. I need to pull the rest of that line up so I can spread my buckets out with my tomatoes. The rest of my tomatoes, which are not doing so hot. Last year and the year before, I actually ordered compost. And last year I actually ordered mushroom compost. And it did amazing. My garden, there's a video I have up. Look at that video. Everything was huge and beautiful and had its own little eco-climates going on, and the good bugs and the bad bugs. The good ones were eating the bad ones, and it was lovely. And this year, I'm having a hard time. Already starting to struggle with squash bugs, and there's these little tiny black beetles on my squash that are and my was that eggplant that are trying to eat the leaves. So I've sprayed that with soap and water mixture. But these are my squash over here. I've got from the pink right here. This is a red curry squash. It's a winter squash. And then this is a butternut squash. This is eggplant. That was zucchini, and the zucchini got eaten. So it looked, I think it had vine borers. So I pulled it all up, and now there's onions right there. And then this one down here is spaghetti squash. And so far they're doing okay. This is just a whole bunch of craziness going on that I have not been able to get a hold of. This is where my compost pile was. And, you know, they say great things about compost making your plants grow. Well, they make the weeds grow even harder. So I cannot keep up like Charles Dowding does. It has been insane, but everything has grown amazing. So we've got sweet potatoes here, and actually I've got peanuts in there. We'll see what happens. I just got them for fun. And then over here, I have a trellis put up. See all the fireflies? But I've got, that is cantaloupe. And then over here on the trellis, there is cucamelons, which are just starting to come up. I don't know that you can see them. You can see the little babies in there. Little babies right there. Oh, it's hard to see. I'll do another video where you can see everything. But this year I had to buy this garden and vegetable soil from Lowe's. And here, I'll give you an example of how bad it is. This right here, these ginormous, beautiful things. Oh, you can barely see them. These are my pepper plants with the compost in it. And this is the garden soil that I bought. Everything is just on the yellow side and barely keeping it. And this monstrosity right here is asparagus bushes. So, well, I'll stop trying to show you everything because my poor little camera can't do it. But enjoy the colors and the sparkles and the fireflies. And the sunset. Tennessee sunsets are very pretty. You hear the crickets. This is a lovely place. You gotta wear lots of Skeeter stuff. So I'm gonna slowly bring you over. And there's my humble abode. Welcome to Broke Down Acres Farm. It's home. Y'all have a great night.